Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, 23 Flavors of Stitching. My name is Kirsten and today is Flosstube number 24. Today I'm filming on September 28th, but you will be seeing this on September 29th. And let's see. Not a lot has been happening. I have started a caffeine detox, which not fun. I have been having withdrawal headaches from not having caffeine. I have had, so for the last 2 days I have had no caffeine. 2 days before that I had like one can, so one 12-ounce can, and then the first day that I did it, I had no caffeine. And today, because it's early enough, I started drinking it at like 11:45, I think. We are having my 23 flavors, but the last time that I tried to have a regular can of Dr. Pepper instead of a caffeine-free can, I started to feel sick. I haven't felt that yet, so hopefully that doesn't happen. But yeah, getting rid of caffeine. Not very fun, but that's okay. So besides that, I just want to give a really quick shout out to Martie, who is at Triple M Stitching on Instagram, and she just made her very first Flosstube video, and if you haven't gone and checked her out, please go do so. She did so well in her first video, and I just think she's cute, so I think you guys should go watch her. So let's just get right into the stitching. I have only 3 works in progress to show you, and I don't have any new starts. But I do have a couple plans to share with you guys, and I have a little bit of purchases to show you. Not a ton. It's mostly, I signed up for the Forbidden Fiber thread club, whatever they call it, just flossin'. I signed up for theirs and I got the shipment, and I got a couple patterns at my LNS a couple days ago because I needed a color of Weeks Dye Works, and so I traveled a whole 30 minutes up to Salt Lake to get it. So, whips. I will show you this one first. This one is My Sunshine by Stitchrovia. I actually didn't get a ton of work on this week. If you follow my Instagram, then you would have seen that I was working on something else the last week. And I just took the hoops off of these a little bit before I started filming. So, here's where it's at. So, last time I had kind of started the S, but mostly I had finished the word shine. So, I started filling in the S, and I came up here to start filling in the word you. So, where we're at. I am stitching this on 16 count Moonglow from Picture This Plus, and I am loving it. Alright, next, what I've worked on is my Lovers pattern, which is the couple that's in a blanket. I honestly can never remember the Etsy shop, but it'll be linked down below. And here's where I'm at. So all I have left is the rest of this blanket and the back stitching, and then I will be done. I found my love for this piece again because I didn't pick it up forever, and then there was one day that I was looking at things and I picked up this blue bag thinking it was something else, and it wasn't. But I stitched on this anyway, even though I thought it was something else. And I'm stitching this on 18 count Vintage Country Mocha, and I think it looks so good. Okay. Anyway, I'm really enjoying it again, and I'd like to finish it before the end of the year. I don't know if that's gonna happen. I started it. Let's see if I can find that actually. I started it in January of this year, so I think a year would be okay. Anyway, and my last work in progress is Quaker Pumpkins by Hello from Liz Mathews. I have been working on this, if you follow my Instagram, I have been working on this, I don't want to say like a mad woman, but kind of. And I talked about it a little bit last time, how I wanted to pull out either Quaker pumpkins or my pumpkins pattern that I started last year, I think. And I have been trying to put away my blue light screens earlier at night. Oh, I guess I should mention that. Why I'm getting rid of caffeine is I don't sleep at night. Even on, I mean, obviously my body is still detoxing and trying to get it out of my system because I flooded it. It was bad. But I want to say, since I stopped being a student athlete in 2017, and I have been, like, right when I finished being a student athlete, I was working 2 jobs, and I was gone from before the sun rose to after the sun set practically every day, except for maybe Saturdays and Sundays. Saturdays I would only work 1 job, and Sundays were my 1 day of a weekend. So to get through that, I flooded my system with caffeine to try to keep me going, because one was customer service. For the first little bit, it was on the phone. After, I want to say 6 months, I moved to the email team, but I just sat in front of a screen all day, and that you have to flood your system with caffeine in order to stay awake. And that's what I would do. I would take my break, and I would walk down to the cafeteria in our building, and I would get my Mountain Dew or my Dr. Pepper, whatever I was feeling, and then I would go right back up and start again. And then after that job, I had to rush to my other job, which was, I was a sales associate, so I'm still doing customer service, except now it's in person, and I'm standing all day for my 5-hour, 6-hour shift doing that. So I had to flood my system with caffeine. So I'm trying to sleep better. So I have been putting away my blue light screens. I've been putting my phone on Do Not Disturb. I have, I've been putting my phone on Do Not Disturb, listening to audiobooks instead of watching TV. And so I've been trying to work on patterns that aren't on my laptop. Because I do have blue light glasses that I can wear to like prevent to block the blue light, but I kind of just want to see if this will work. If me putting away my blue light screens makes any difference. So far, it has not yet, but it's okay. We're getting through it. Anyway, all of that to say, this is one of my patterns that I printed off because I wasn't used to using my iPad yet. And so this is a pattern that I have printed off from the PDF. And so I have this is one that I've been able to work on easily. And first day of fall and everything made me really want to work on it. So here is where I'm at so far. This is the very far pumpkin, like on this side, this is the last pumpkin. So I made it to that side, and I have a couple more of these motifs over here. And then I've been doing the top border as I've been going. And I started doing, if you watch kind of anyone else who's doing this who isn't omitting the All Hallows Eve, I tried doing the chain links down here, but I didn't, since I'm not doing All Hallows Eve, I didn't really feel like they fit with the rest of it. And so I am just going to start the bottom border, which is the same as this. I'm just going to start that instead of doing the chain links that are at the bottom of the pumpkins. And I'm stitching this on 18 count oatmeal, and I think it looks so good. I'm so happy with it. Although my pumpkins look a little stretched. And it's not from how I stretch the fabric. It's like, I think it's how I'm stitching them. Like, I think it's how the fabric was woven. But that's okay. I think it looks cute. I'm really happy with it. I haven't decided if I'm going to finish the two motifs over here or if I'm going to make my way over this way to start working on these two pumpkins over here. But I think it looks so good, and I'm so happy with it. And this definitely is going to be a pillow when I finish. That reminds me, I have not forgotten about my mom's birthday present. I am going down to spend some time with my grandma tomorrow, and she's going to teach me how to make it into a pillow. Because if I watch things, like, it helps a little bit, but I am a kinesthetic learner, which means that I have to do it in order, and, like, fix it as I go in order to learn. So, excuse me. So having my grandma there to, like, show me how to do it and then have me practice will be a lot better. Okay, those are all of my whips, my works in progress. So now I have some plans to talk about and then some purchases. So really quickly, I bought a couple Sugar Skull patterns. I think I talked a little bit about it a few videos ago, but I have since pulled the threads for both of them, and so I just need to find the fabric that I'm going to stitch them on, and I want to start one of those on the 1st of October. And I still want to stitch Two Pumpkins Bright by Hello from Liz Mathews. It was one of her expo releases, but I haven't tried to pull any colors for that yet. So I just want to do a Sugar Skull pattern. They were all in DMC, and I have most of the colors. So that's what I'm gonna do in the next 2 days, or in the next 2 days is find fabric. In the next 3 days, I want to start it. And then Alicia, who is AC Stitches over on Instagram, she commented on my last video about starting After the Rain by Hello from Liz Mathews, because she really wants to start it, and she, as she said, she's been itching to start it, and I said that I would start it with her. And so we have decided that we want to do a stitch along for After the Rain. You guys are more than welcome to join. We aren't going to start it yet. We're starting it on December 1st, and we're going to do the hashtag 25 Days of Rainbows sell, because we're going to do it kind of like an advent calendar and do the 25 days of Christmas, but 25 days of rainbows, and stitch one rainbow a day from December 1st to the 25th. Rainbows are supposed to signify like a better beginning, fresh start, all that stuff. And so we thought it would be perfect to get it done before the new year. So, we both aren't quite sure what exactly we're going to do for it yet, like if we're going to do the color conversion on here. Alicia mentioned doing Ymir's of Almond M&M's, of doing her conversion. I am pulling these colors to see the difference between the picture and real life, and then I'm going to decide after that. But I have like a teal fabric that I think a brighter conversion would look good on. So that is it for plans. If you guys want to join us and you haven't purchased the After the Rain pattern yet, go and purchase that, and I will have it linked down below. And then start planning, because I know sometimes it's hard to pick colors and everything when stitch alongs start so soon. So you have time to get everything. You have 2 months. So now we have some purchases. So if you don't want to stick around for this, go ahead and click off. I will see you next time. If you do want to stick around, welcome to my purchases. Okay, so first up, we'll just do what I got from my LNS. I just was restocking some colors. And then I bought 2 Blackbird Designs books. I got Sewing Club. I have wanted it for months now. Same with Winds of Autumn, but I have talked myself out of it twice, so I decided to just do it. Especially with some of their re-releases, which I have a couple of those coming. I ordered them from Kitten Stitcher, Shakespeare's Peddler. I just got the notification that it shipped while I was filming. So, and then I also got from my LNS Primrose Cottage Stitches Autumn Rules. This is kind of a Mary Ashcraft enabled moment, kind of not, because she's not stitching this, but it is Primrose Cottage Stitches, and she has been obsessed with these lately, and I saw this and I just loved it, so I wanted this. And then this is a Annie the Proper Stitcher. This is Annie the Proper Stitcher enabled moment. This is Merry Yuletide by Brenda Gervais. She showed this as one of her previous finishes where, I don't know if you will remember the episode, but she forgot one of the boots for Santa. Anyway, I loved her stitching and I immediately went and bought it. So, and that shop, if you want to get it, is Country Stitches shop. I just googled Country Stitches to find it. Okay. Next, it's the end of September, so if you subscribe to the Forbidden Fiber Co. Just Flossin' Club, then you should have already gotten it. If not, then you can look away. Because there are some one-of-a-kind colors, and then there's some that were already in the collection. So I'm just going to do like a little overview. This one I know is from the Gilmore Girls collection. There we go. There's the Forbidden Fiber. I'm really excited to stitch with these. Also, Periwinkle is my favorite color, and I love this floss. I want all of it. I want as many skeins as possible of that floss. Okay, and lastly, I had a delivery from 123 Stitch, and it is 2 of the Prairie Schooler Santas Revisited. I bought these because I wanted to do the Santas that of the year that I was born and the year that my husband was born and make them into pillows. I want to make everything into pillows. But yeah, so let's see. The 1996 Santa I don't know. I know the 1997 Santa is this one. That's the year that I was born. And the 1996 Santa, the year my husband was born, is this one, I believe. I also like this one. But basically, I bought them for just 2 of them. Anyway, that is all from me this week. Let's see. We are almost halfway through the semester. I think like the middle of October, when we have fall break, will be midterm officially. That's really weird to think about. I'm in my last semester, and you know, everyone everyone, when they find out I'm a psychology major, they're like, so what are you going to do after? Are you going to go to graduate school? And I'm like, no, I don't know. I'm not planning on it. And you can't do anything with that unless you get a degree, unless you get a graduate degree. I'm like, well, yeah, if I want to be a therapist or a social worker or anything like that, then yeah, I have to get a master's degree. But what if I don't want to do that? And it kind of bothers me because I went to school planning on majoring in psychology to become a grief counselor. And then after a little bit, I realized that I probably wouldn't be able to keep my cool about the traumas and things that I've been through with all of that. I figured that I probably wouldn't be able to keep that separate. And so I was like, you know what, maybe grief counselor isn't my thing. And then I also realized that I don't want to do therapy anymore. Like, that's not what I want to do. And I'm a first generation student on my side of the family. I think I've mentioned this before. And so just the fact that I'm graduating is like a big deal to me. And at this rate, at least I don't want to rant and ramble. But for the last 3 weeks, at least one person a week, maybe more, has said, well, you can't do anything with that. I'm like, well, actually, I can do a lot of things. It just might not be therapy, or it might not be like a specific degree, but I can do a lot of things with psychology. And it's interesting to hear people's opinions about what I can and can't do without a master's degree. Anyway, if you made it through my ramble, thanks for listening. I will see you in a couple of weeks, and I hope that you all are doing well. I hope you all are staying safe, and I will see you next time.